and Justice for Some, an exposé of the lawyers and judges who let dangerous criminals go free. By Wendy Murphy. Narrated by Joyce Bean. Copyright 2007 by Wendy Murphy. This unabridged audiobook is published by arrangement with Wendy Murphy and Trident Media, and was produced in the year 2007 by Tantor Media, Incorporated, which holds the copyright thereto. To all the victims, win or lose, who fought for justice, and to the silent ones who didn't even try because they had no faith. Forward. Most of us have heard the term crusader for justice, and that is what Wendy Murphy is. Trying to reform the American justice system so that regular folks have a shot at some kind of fair play is a full-time job, one that is frustrating, sometimes maddening. The no-spin reason is that the United States is no longer a country that can tout "and justice for all." Now the legal system is Las Vegas, a game of chance, a roll of the dice. Even if you have been gravely wronged, the system may let you down big time. That's why you need to read this book. Money, of course, is the root of all legal evil. The more you can spend, the more lawyers you can hire, the more experts you can buy to tell the jury things that will bewilder them, the more private investigators you can hire to dig up dirt on your legal opponents. But if you are short of cash, watch out. The legal system is not a place where the poor are well accommodated. So the deck is stacked from the start. Wealthy Americans have a much greater chance not only to get justice, but also to avoid justice. In a country that has declared all men are created equal, there is something deeply disturbing about that. In the upcoming pages, Wendy Murphy will walk us through what the American justice system has devolved into. She will introduce us to judges intoxicated by power, lawyers who put money above honesty, jurors who just want to go home and will violate their consciences to do so. But the book also offers solutions and a call for reform. I mean, what kind of country are we if we allow children and the elderly to be brutalized with little consequence? If we accept a legal system that has allowed itself to spiral out of control so that its participants can get rich and powerful? Through my 30 years in journalism, I have witnessed, pardon the pun, the decline of our justice system, and it must stop. We need reform from top to bottom. We need transparency, where folks can actually see the corrupt judges and greedy lawyers, actually witness their fellow citizens being legally blackmailed or railroaded. One of my favorite parts of Wendy Murphy's book is her anger at the so-called restorative justice concept, which has taken root in Vermont and Minnesota. I call this wind chime jurisprudence. The basic premise is that for a crime to be fully adjudicated, everyone involved must be healed. Of course, that includes the criminal, who is not to be severely punished for his violation, but rehabilitated so that he realizes he must be much nicer in the future. Somewhere very warm, Al Capone is grinning. Restorative justice, the promulgation of unscrupulous tactics, lying to the media, and other modern legal techniques are all analyzed and scorched by Wendy Murphy, who uses her pen like a blowtorch. If only the legal system had Wendy's passion and compassion. If only the mercenary lawyers, corrupt judges, a deceitful press, and all the others who have made the courthouse a dangerous place would adopt a sense of fairness and a knowledge of right and wrong. The first step toward any reform is an exposition of the corruption. This book does that about as well as it can be done. It gets under the legal mumbo-jumbo and offers you, the reader, strategies to avoid getting your head kicked in if, God forbid, you wind up in a courtroom. It also offers a challenge to the powerful in America. Reform our legal system, or admit it's a farce. In her remarkable career as an attorney and child advocate, Wendy Murphy has accomplished much, including chasing numerous bad guys down and holding them accountable. She has comforted the afflicted and annoyed the oppressors. She has stood for good and challenged evil in a way that is both vivid and effective. However, in my opinion,